Hey you guys, Karen with Ask the Spirit Guides. How you doing tonight? So coming from you with from the coffee couch, I decided not to sit on the floor today, which I usually sit right there. I mean, it's like right there. So, anywho, I hope you're doing well. I'm really curious. I happen to see a few readers do some things about the Super Bowl tomorrow, like the energy around the Super Bowl. Okay. So if you have been watching other people's channels in the spiritual area, especially like people doing tarot or pendulums, like Mystic Shadows does her pendulum. And her guides keep saying, like, stuff is going to be happening. And I know Dana from the magic of somatic money, the magic of somatic money, SOMATIC money, that stuff's going to be going on this week too. And I mean, stuff has been going on, right? So really, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not as surprised as I was like 2 weeks ago. It's like, okay, what more can shock us? But I don't know. There might be some kind of big energy stuff going on. And like I watched a person who I've never seen do tarot before. She just did like a general, like, tell us how the Super Bowl is going to go tomorrow. And she was going to do a prediction just for fun, like use her pendulum for prediction. And her pendulum didn't move. So first of all, the cards were awful. They were like, yeah, she's like, something's going down. Something's going to go down. And I'm like, okay, let's see. So really and so I've watched this like several times. I watched another person who does a pendulum. I don't remember her name, but she got some kind of message about this week for the Super Bowl. I don't know. So I don't do predictions. Mostly because, I don't know, because energy shifts and then it looks like everything we're talking about here is not worth exploring, but this is just exploration. It's just entertaining new ideas. So it's obviously entertainment purposes only. And so I asked I'm shuffling down here. I just am really enjoying shuffling cards. I asked my SGs from my deck that I've made of all my Oracle decks. Okay. And 4 of them actually jumped out. So 4 cards. I had the tarot, the fairy tarot jumped out, energy and spirit, enchanted path. And I actually thought, okay, all 3 of these would be really good. And then this was the last one that these actually kind of came out together. These kind of came out of the deck this way. This one fell out of the deck. So then I checked with the dowsing rods. I checked with my spirit guides with the dowsing rods, and they said this one. Okay. So they were very specific on which deck to use tonight. I thought maybe they would say like 2, I don't know. I didn't know what they were going to do. So let's take a look. I'm just curious. I thought just for fun, we're just doing it for fun. So let's see. So again, I'm going to use Oracle of the 7 Energies, Colette Baron Reed. So I have a link down in the description for these if you want to check them out. It's one I do really, really like that deck. Okay, so just say my little prayer. I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides and guardians, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect this channel so it's only of the light. Amen. Okay, so I'm just going to actually have them give me 3 cards. Well, let me ask actually. So you guys, and actually somebody said, my sister sent me this comment that somebody had said that they saw 2 angel spirit looking white, one above a female above my right shoulder yesterday when I did part 2 with about questions you guys had about Elon Musk. So that's cool. And then there was a smaller whitish spirit on my left. And so my sister said, well, you'll have to stop calling them, hey guys. I always go, hey guys. Apparently they might be, well, I think they're androgynous, but But female energy is what was picked up. So that's cool. Plus, somebody had pointed out an orb, which again, my sister sees a lot more comments than I do. And she said that, and Lob said that actually gets pointed out a lot. I'm like, what? And so I saw the one that was in again, part 2 of the Elon Musk. I'll post the Elon Musk ones right here after this video. And there's a part 1 and a part 2. And they're at 5:26, I think it was. There was an orb that just went right here. I'm like, I mean, it was really obvious. It was very cool. So that's exciting. Okay, so I want to ask you guys, you gals, whomever I am talking to. No, I know who I'm talking to. How many cards do you want me to pull tonight? Like, in order for you to give us some ideas of what to expect regarding the energy of tomorrow, February 8th, so the Super Bowl. How many cards would you like me to pull? Do you want me to pull more than one? Or how many would you like me to read, I should say? More than one? Okay. More than 2? Yes. More than 3? Yes. Okay. More than 4? Okay. So you have 4 cards that you want me to read tonight about the Super Bowl? Okay, big swing. Okay. All right. I will confirm with them too that these are the cards that they want me to read. So, okay. So let's go ahead then. So just what messages do you want us to have regarding the energies of tomorrow, of February 8th, 2025, which happens to be the Super Bowl? So what's the day gonna bring? What's the day gonna bring? Okay, I thought something popped, but I lost. Okay, I'm just gonna check on this one. What I'll do is I'll grab 4 and I'll put them in the order that I get them, and then I'll ask them. Okay. I don't know about that one. Whoa, okay, definitely. I would be surprised if that one doesn't qualify for one of the messages. All right, the next 2, please. Oh boy, that's a lot. That's 4 cards. Okay, let me just see if 2 of the cards are in here. Okay, so I've got 4 cards in front of me. I didn't really look at them. So of the 4 cards in front of me, are 2 of the messages you want me to have? Yes. Are all 4 of them the messages you want me to have? No. Okay. So of the 4 in front of me, the first one on the left? No. The second one on the left? Yes. The third one on the left? And the 4th one on the left. So they said no to the 3rd one. Okay. So yes. Okay. So those 2. And then what about the 2 in front of me, the first 2 that I pulled? Do you want both of those? You do. Okay. All right. So let me put these here then. Oh, there was actually 5 down here. Oh. Let me ask about this other one. Are there any others down below that you want me to use tonight? No. Okay, so the 4 that I have on the computer here right in front, those are the 4 messages? Yes. Do you want them in the order that I have them? Starting on the left? Yes. Okay. All right, well, let's see what they have to say. Hopefully it's super positive and everyone's going to have a really, really fun time. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how to interpret these cards for the Super Bowl. I don't know. I don't know. I just thought this would be interesting. And this is the deck they wanted me to use. So, all right. Okay. You guys might have to help me with this one. Okay. So 26, 2 plus 6, 6, 7, 8. So it reduces to 8. So it's an 8 card. Got angel wings around. Kind of looks like the globe to me, doesn't it? A little bit. I mean, it's a heart. What does that look like to you? I don't know. I kind of can, we're talking about the Super Bowl. I can kind of see, there's a heart. There's, how the Super Bowl, like you can envision like lights coming up like this, fireworks. So maybe this is a confirmation card. Let's see. Great big love. There's a lot of people who love the Super Bowl, isn't there? Okay, so maybe this is a confirmation card. Again, you play with me here. You tell me what you're getting, because we're all going to interpret things a little different. That's what's fun about facilitating a community like this, is that it's not just my interpretation, right? Okay, so love heals all wounds, begins all life. It sustains you when you are starving for grace, when you stumble and fall, and when you lose sight of your purpose and fall prey to the limited perspectives of the ego. Now is the time to fall in love and call in the awareness of great big love that made you, which is ever pulsing through your veins. Okay, that's very interesting. Now is the time. Okay, so to me, that's a very strong message. Now is the time to fall in love and call in the awareness of the great big love that made you. So spirit, right? Source, God. There's a heightened sense of awareness in the beginning stages of a relationship, when nothing else matters but who is in front of you. You see them, you see yourself in them, and you move in sync with the cadence of your hearts. You surrender to the magic you share and engage in a harmonious dance that is seamless. So that part doesn't really quite make sense to me. So I'm going to go with, now is the time to fall in love and call in the awareness of great big love that made you. Okay. And again, this could just be symbolizing a validation card, because it does kind of look like, the globe. We got some angels, plus, kind of a big event, So I can see that as validation. So let me know what you think about that. Okay. So here's the second card. Okay. So this is an 11. So 4 plus 8 is 11. And thank you for everybody who has been teaching me on which to reduce and which not to reduce. I finally connected the dots the other day. So the numbers you don't reduce, so 11, normally you would take 11 you don't reduce, but 11, normally you would take 1 plus 1 would be a 2, and that would be a 2 card, okay, for numerology. But the cards you don't reduce are the 1 1s, 2 2s, 3 3s, 4 4s, 5 5s. Okay. So that really helped me, the last person who just described that to me. I absolutely love this deck. I love this card in particular. Okay. So this is a burst of magic. So far, I don't know. The energy seems pretty positive to me. Great big love. And that's quite angelic love, right? And then a burst of magic. Okay. So again, 2. So we have an 8 and a 2. So anybody who's really on top of the numerology, if you have anything to offer this reading with regards to 8 and 2. So 48. Wouldn't it be nice to get to a point where you do, every time I do a reading, it's really positive? Or would anybody watch anymore? Right? Everybody if I put, Super Bowl energy, everyone's going to be expecting it to be. I actually, when I watched the first couple, I didn't realize that's what she was going to say when she did her tarot card reading. Okay, so key concepts: an epiphany, a sudden higher knowing, a sense that everything has a purpose. Sometimes you may find that something you've been pondering or a dilemma you'd let go of revisits you without warning. It may hit you while you're thinking about nothing, or trigger, or the trigger may be just the right words arising in a conversation, book, or blog. An epiphany strikes like a lightning bolt, waking you up to a truth that has previously eluded you. It's as if the whole world stops in that moment as you integrate the missing pieces of the puzzle you were meant to solve all along. So this is getting a little challenging for me because I don't feel like the cards were pulled because I was wondering if something was going to go on tomorrow. However, I feel like I'm reading it because of that. Okay. So let me just confirm with the SGs to make sure. And I have done the law of challenge with them recently, so they have to provide honest answers. Okay. Not that they wouldn't anyways, but I do trust that they would. But if you're not sure what the law of challenge is, I'm not going to talk about it right now, but it's a spiritual law that we're reading. Actually, I happen to have this here in the Golden Future. There's a set of 33 spiritual laws, and the law of challenge, you can say a specific prayer and then know that a correct answer has to be given, an honest answer has to be given. So you guys, or gals, you energies, with these four cards, were these four cards pulled because I have because I have this impression that something big might happen tomorrow in terms of politics? No. Okay. So my attitude or opinion or wish or anything like that did it play a role in getting these four cards? No. Okay. So I will ask them because now I'm curious. So let's just start with the first. Let's start with the first two. So 26. So the great big love. Okay. I'm just going to ask them a few questions about this to see if I'm interpreting it right. Okay. Okay. So did you show us the great big love as the first message? Was it just a confirmation card that we're talking about the Super Bowl? No. Okay. So my interpretation of what I thought meant something is the sentence, now is the time to fall in love and call in the awareness of great big love that made you, which is ever pulsing through your veins. So is that the sentence you want us to focus on? Okay, yes. Okay. So are you asking us to call in awareness? Like now is the time to call in awareness from the great big love? Meaning now is the time to ask source for what we want? Like peace and contentment? Like safety? Okay. Again, I don't want to assume that anything bad's going to happen because there's very much, may not. So, okay, why are you answering that? So, okay, I don't really want to ask them that. Okay, let me 48. I might, but we'll see. Okay, so burst of magic. So this was the second one. So there was a lot in here, like epiphany, a sudden higher knowing, a sense that everything has a purpose. To me, that's like, oh, it may hit you while you're thinking about, oh, here, sometimes you may find that something you'd been pondering or a dilemma you'd let go of revisits you without warning. So boom, something, to me, that's like a sudden something coming up. So is this burst of magic card about something suddenly happening tomorrow that maybe is unexpected? Okay. Yes. Does it have to do with just football in itself? Like, is it going to be just an amazing game or what? No. Okay. Does it have to do with F45 going to the game? Yes. Okay. All right. So something there. Something there. An epiphany strikes like a lightning bolt, waking you up to a truth that has been previously eluded, that has previously eluded you. I'm just looking at you. Sometimes I go like this, like somebody laughed at me because I was like, I'll show the card and I'll be like this. I'll be like, what do you think about that? An epiphany strikes like a lightning bolt, waking you up to a truth that has previously eluded you. So the truth is eluding us. Absolutely. With F45, there's no doubt about that. For me, again, I could be very biased here. I'm about definitely the reading. There's no doubt about that. But I've done the law of challenge, so I know that they're pulling the right cards for us. So let's just see. Okay, so this is the next card. These cards are so cool. Look at even around the hand right there. Is that like green? Hang on, I gotta look at that. Oh yeah, there's like energy, the energy going through. So this is a 9. Is that a 4 and a 5? So that's 9. So far we have an 8, a 2, and a 9. Oh, that's weird. Well, what I just noticed is it's February 8th today that I'm recording this, and tomorrow's February 9th. I don't know. Just saying. So this is a 9 card. Very warrior-ish. Very peaceful, but a lot going on, right? Beyond the ordinary. Okay. That's a pretty strong message. Beyond the ordinary. Okay, so far we've got prayer for love, and we've got a lightning bolt waking us up to truth that has previously eluded us, beyond the ordinary. So this is not going to be an ordinary Super Bowl. And again, it doesn't have to be like, I think it's just in my head that that something big is, we'll see. Well, I mean, it could be, who knows? It could be very, very positive rather than it being, something, I don't know. It's beyond the ordinary. 45, beyond the ordinary. I'll ask the SGs too, based on what I read here. Okay. The mystical, let me see if there's a big paragraph here. All right, this is kind of interesting. Trusting in the invisible world without understanding it. Recognizing that some things cannot be known in advance and are not meant to be grasped intellectually. We're going to have an alien show up tomorrow? No, we won't call them aliens. I really don't like that. Extraterrestrial spirits from another galaxy. Can you imagine over the Super Bowl? Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Beyond the ordinary. Something waking us up. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. It's just kind of fun to play with this. What do you guys think? What do you think? What are you picking up? In advance. Okay, so recognizing that some things cannot be known in advance. Okay, so we don't know something right now, and are not meant to be grasped intellectually. The awareness that everything is as it should be, even if it doesn't make sense. Okay. It'll be fascinating. Maybe Monday morning, coffee with Karen to talk about these 4 cards. I think I'll keep them out. Beyond our ordinary worlds, defined by our memory, our intellect, and our 5 senses, is a mystical realm of beauty, magic, and extraordinary potential. This is the spiritual realm, the quantum reality, called by some the great mystery. This place doesn't operate under the same laws. we're used to, but rather has its own way of working that is perfect, though hard for us to understand. When you want to know what is to come, the nature of something, or where you're heading, it's natural to turn to a trusted oracle and expect some kind of answer that will inform your view of how things are, might be, or should be. This is going to be good. This is helpful. Sometimes this is not possible because the elements cannot be named or are not yet in place. Things may be still in flux. So you cannot know and may never be meant to know. No matter how hard you try to understand why something happened or how or when it will happen, now is the time to surrender to not knowing. Okay, I think that's a very good message. The mystery is a mystery because it is a present unknowable and is yet unmade. Even its potential is impossible to understand. What is waiting for you lies beyond the ordinary, but it has not yet chosen its shape, its path, and the manner by which it will be delivered. Your job is to stay the course, allowing whatever comes to be exactly as it will, without trying to ascertain anything in advance. All right, we hear you. They're like, stop asking us about what's going to happen tomorrow. Is that what you're saying? Or is it just the beyond the ordinary? So are you suggesting that I did ask them if I should do this reading today. And they said yes. Because they'll tell me if they're like, nah, that's not a good idea. We don't like that one. So are you saying that we should chill and just let happen what happens? Okay. Yes. Are you saying that something potentially could happen that's beyond the ordinary, though? Is beyond the ordinary a significant part of that card? Yes. Okay. Is the beyond the ordinary because we're going to see an entire stadium clap for Trump? That would really piss me off. Yeah. No. So the answer is no. Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad. I'm just waiting for that moment. Cut, clear, cancel. Oh, is the entire stadium going to boo F-45? No? Okay. All right. Okay, so again, how are you interpreting this? It's kind of interesting. All right, here's the last one. Oh, okay. What do you see? Pick up anything? So this is a 5. 4 plus 1 is 5. So we have an 8. Oh, wait, 8. We have an 11. I don't know why I said, I think I did reduce this down to a 2. I shouldn't have done that. So actually my whole philosophy of the February 8th is wrong. So we have an 8, an 11, a 9, and a 5. 8, 11, 9, and 5. If anybody has any ideas. There was one. Oh, I think I might have mentioned it in Coffee with Karen. Shoot, I'm not going to be able to remember. But somebody really, I did a card reading. Oh, I know what it was. I did a card. Did I do? It had something to do with the flight, the DC flight. The DC flight that with the helicopter. And the cards that came out, somebody had said the exact card numbers was that flight number. That was crazy. That was really synchronicity. The synchronicity of that was really bizarre. Not in a bad way, but you know what I mean. Like just, mind blowing. Okay, so a higher view. Did I even show you the name of that one? A higher view. Okay. So let's look at this one. 41. So 41. I can't wait to see what you say. about this. How I love reading how other people interpret this kind of stuff. Okay, so key concepts of this card are seen from a higher perspective. Conscious neutrality. I'm often talking about trying, watching the 3D happen as much as you can tolerate, but trying to stay as neutral as possible in our light. Okay. Letting go of judgment and assumptions, non-attachment. Okay, so let's not attach to any outcome tomorrow. Just if you're going to watch the game, enjoy the game. Don't anticipate something going on tomorrow. Just stay neutral. Okay, that's kind of how I'm reading it. The ability to remain unbiased. Okay, sometimes our lives are suction cupped to the ends of our noses. And we can't see beyond ourselves. This happens to everyone once in a while. We fall into an automatic response to life and react from a learned, conditioned place rather than the one of awareness. Being in reactivity keeps us repeating old patterns. Conversely, the avoidance of our triggers could keep us in our comfort zones, policing our attempts at new things. Policing, yeah. Our attempts at new things. The way to be successful in your endeavor to connect with others is to step out of your sticky perception of the world. Imagine yourself sitting on the back of a bird 1,000 feet above your life, or 1,000 feet above the Super Bowl, because that's what we're asking about. Wouldn't your perspective change? From a higher point of view, you can see for miles. You can let go of naming and blaming the obstacles in your way and instead easily discover a path to a more beautiful and compelling vistas. More can become available to you in all aspects of your life when you are able to step back and get a little distance. You can wait before responding, be more graceful in your interactions, and see how everything is connected and every experience is a gift. Every experience is a gift. Are they trying to remind us? The world is wide open for you today. All you have to do is move to higher ground, be mindful, and celebrate the spectacle of life's dance. The spectacle. Again, picking up what I want to out of there, right? The spectacle of life's dance. Now, it is very possible that many of us could use one of these cards tonight, you know? So if that's the case, like, did any of them just speak to you personally, you know? And maybe, it's very possible that they could use this reading on the Super Bowl to attract people here so that you would see one of these messages for your own life. I mean, that's very possible that that would happen. Is that a possibility, you guys, that those who watch this video, that you would like them to get some messages out of this for their personal life as well? Yes, that's a pretty wide swing. Okay. Is that the case for all of us who are going to watch, including myself, that there are some personal messages in here, not just energy of the Super Bowl? Yes. Is it only personal messages you would like to convey? No. Okay. So the 4 cards I have sitting in front of me now: great big love, a burst of magic, beyond the ordinary, and a higher view, are meant as messages about the energy of tomorrow, February 8th, 2025. Yes. Okay. All right. So I didn't ask them anything specifically about a higher view. That's not the one that's, it is the one that said stay neutral. Okay. Is this a card to indicate to us to stay calm? Okay, very wide swing on that. Look at that, you guys. Okay, so something may occur tomorrow that you would like everyone who sees this to remain calm. Yes. Okay. and to see things from a higher perspective, not just what's right in front of us. Okay, interesting. All right, well, let me know what you think. I'm going to show you the four cards again, but let me just ask. So, are you able, can we make a fun guess on the score of the Super Bowl? Like who's going to win the Super Bowl? Okay, I was kind of, all right. See, they're not answering. So, is somebody going to win the Super Bowl tomorrow? Oh, okay. I don't know, you guys. I don't know what to, I'm a little hesitant to even ask that, but so no, nobody is going to win the Super Bowl tomorrow. Okay. So is it 100% certain that nobody will win the Super Bowl tomorrow? No. Okay. So there is a percentage that it could go down as normal. There is a certain chance that everything could be just fine tomorrow. Okay. All right. That's good to know. Okay. Because this way we don't, we've been talking a little bit. If you're new here, one of the messages I got this week, and I have it in my bullet journal, is once you think about the future, you've altered it. So think about that. That is very mind blowing, isn't it? So I think the biggest message is praying for peace, probably, is what I'm getting out of it. Some burst of magic. And magic this is a very like exciting card to me. But this was like a bolt of lightning. So something striking, striking, lightning is striking. Something not unexpected, out of the ordinary, beyond the ordinary. So not a normal situation. And keep a higher view. Stay neutral. It literally said stay neutral. Okay. And if you keep the neutral with the love, right? Just stay in love as much as possible. So rather than fear. So I don't know. Again, I'm trying really, really hard not to project these things, especially like I told you up front that I had watched. This wouldn't have been an idea I had until I saw people talking about the energy of the Super Bowl. But I like it. I think it's cool, like energies of something big coming up like this. Just to see. So I don't know. Would we still be doing energies of the Super Bowl probably just to say, oh, who's going to win and see if we can have a fun time predicting it, But it is very interesting that they didn't move. So can you tell us which team is going to win the Super Bowl tomorrow on February 8th, 2025? No. Okay. Will any team win the Super Bowl tomorrow? As of the energy right now, will any team be winning the Super Bowl on February 8, 2020? No, okay, I caught myself. Will any team win the Super Bowl on February 9th, 2025? No. Will any team will any team lose the Super Bowl February 9th, 2025? No. Okay. So there we go. Will the Super Bowl be played tomorrow, February 9th, 2025? Okay. But again, it can be altered, correct? Yes. Okay. So as the energy is right now, something is going to block the Super Bowl from taking place? Yes. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. So now we're all going to be on pins and needles tomorrow, thanks to me. Just kidding. I'm not the first person, like I said. But I'm darn curious now. All right, let me know. And if you got personal messages from any of these, this one was the fourth. Any personal messages? We've got, again, great big love, burst of magic, beyond the ordinary. Just think it's kind of interesting, the cards. And a higher view, keep in a higher view. All right, and if anyone knows about the numbers, if you place anything, let me know. All right, have a good night, and we'll check in tomorrow. Coffee with Karen. See you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.